Hello everyone, it's Junie, checking back in with all of you. I'm still trying to navigate going live on my channel. Like, I still struggle with it, guys. What we're going to be doing is going over a bunch of spirit box sessions. I'll be going over spirit box sessions with this cell phone, going over spirit box sessions with the one where the spirit said summer showed up. I'm going to play the full spirit box without captions, and some will have captions and some will not have captions. So it's going to be a mixture, all mixed together. And I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't like fall over. So I got to play this because we're going to be looking at news clips and things like that. So welcome to my channel. If you don't know what we do here, we are a spiritual channel. We are a spiritual family, and we look at true crime on a spiritual level. We look at astrology. We look to the stars for answers. We use tarot cards to figure out crime, dowsing rods, and things like that. Please be aware of the copyright disclaimer, and remember that anything that you hear, hello guys, anything that you hear over a spirit box should not be considered as factual evidence. Please form your own opinions and do your own research about the paranormal community. This is us Hello, everyone. speculating. This is again me sitting in the dark. This is us with our own personal opinions and our own spiritual opinions. Aggie and Susie are very spiritual people. I really appreciate their opinions, and I like to hear their side of things. They're very involved in Sebastian's case as well, and I respect what they say. So same with Brooke. And hi, Joan. It's good to see you. Hey, Susie Q, Aggie, who's all here. Trying to see the chat. I have a rubber band like at the bottom of the chat holding my phone so it doesn't fall over. So Susie's been working on Sebastian's case as well. I think all of us have kind of really fallen in this like rabbit hole in a way. Would you guys agree with that? That we're kind of in a rabbit hole here, right? Trying to figure out what has happened to this boy. I mean, is it an alien abduction? And because there's no footprints, he left with no shoes. There's just things in Sebastian's astrology that were alarming the first day. The very first day I saw that huge kite formation on his chart, and I was never comfortable with it. Even though I'm new at this, like I told you guys, the last time I saw a kite like that, it was with the Idaho 4 case. And, I kind of explained that, just there's a lot of energy coming out from that kite formation on Sebastian Rogers' crime chart, right? So, I'll show you. The last time that I saw a kite like that, it was for the Idaho 4 victims. And you can see that God is basically like flying this airplane in. This is the Idaho 4 killings, okay? This is the stabbing, right? We know it's a stabbing because there's Mars right there pointing at Gemini, which means siblings, fraternity siblings, right? That a big knife came in College Town, the 9th house. So a weapon is in College Town pointing at Gemini, which means siblings and fraternity sisters, right? So you look at siblings as fraternal for colleges, okay? Right down here is the 4 victims in dancing between the college and stalking. There's a degree of a stalking element here with the Idaho 4 case. The sun lets us know that there's one male victim, and Venus would probably be Xana, and Mercury would let us know that there's 2 victims that are twinning, that are like sisters. So to me, that's, you know, Kaylee and Madison. They were more like sisters, and the planets are recognizing that they are victims that are twinning some way. And you can see the big kite. There's actually, you know, it's three planets, but it's four people, okay? Big kite flying into there. So when I saw that kite, and look, see the moon there lets us know that they were at home and that they were asleep. They were in their beds with the moon, and the Cancer means home, at your home, and that they were asleep. So with friends together, okay? So that's why when I saw it made me think immediately when I saw this kite formation for Sebastian. It's pointing at the moon. And this is when Mom says she's going to bed. I kind of explained to you guys that the moon was flying at half mast for a Sabian symbol. You know, and a Sabian symbol basically means how you treat others matters. So something happened at that house. I knew immediately that that there was conflict. The first time I ever looked at the chart, I saw conflict and that there's some type of fighting. Now I have a spirit box session here with my spirits that are telling me that something began at BJ's. So I want to play that clip for you now, where my spirits are saying that something either something began at BJ's with between the mom and Sebastian is when the spirits are saying, another thing that the spirits are saying, you're going to hear this too, and I really don't know how to take it. Sorry, my dog's face is literally like right here. My dog's face is right here, and she's a pit bull. So if she starts snoring or whatever noise comes out of this dog over here in the corner, it's the dog, okay? So the spirits, I'm really trying to break down the spirit box session, and I'm having a difficult time. So I do need your guys' help with this, because what I'm getting is that something happened at BJ's, and my spirits are saying something's on camera there, that the business is aware, or the business made it aware, or they saw, someone at the business saw something happen between Sebastian and the mother at BJ's Wholesale. So let me play this clip for you here, and you guys tell me what you hear, okay? All right. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to put it on my cell phone. I haven't uploaded this yet. I'm still working on it in Cap Apps. So this is what they're saying. It begins at 2300. They start talking about this.
And the money.
You keep talking about the money as well. It's coming up. Okay, right there they said BJ's Wholesale. Sorry, I'm trying to put my hair up. BJ's Wholesale. They saw it, the business there. Oh, it does? It does spell out kite, SJ. That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. Also, the words eat, I take. Huh. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to go back so we hear that again. So it starts about 2300. They talk about all, there's money on the table. There's something on that it all went out on the table. There's money involved, they said. And they said, no, he is afraid. And then it said, it all started at BJ's Wholesale. the business there, they saw. Okay, that's what I hear. I want to know if you guys hear the same thing as what I hear. Let me go back to 2300. It's kind of when it all starts. Okay. He was afraid. He was afraid. No, he's afraid, they said.
And the money.
And the money. Started at BJ's Wholesale. They saw. The business there saw something the business there saw, or maybe the business manager. It started from there. So right there, they're saying something happened when they went to BJ's Wholesale. That's what I'm getting at. Something happened. It all began at BJ's Wholesale, and then the spirits say it's all Seth's fault. Now, I'm not really like I don't think they're blaming Seth for what happened, but I think whatever happened at BJ's Wholesale is when the arguing began, okay? And my spirits have said this 2 times now. It all started because of Seth, and it's all Seth's fault. Now, that's horrible to say, but I'm just telling you what my spirits have said. That something is stemming around money, Seth, that the arguing started at BJ's Wholesale between Sebastian and the mother. Okay, let me play another clip for you that I caught that was kind of alarming, I guess you could say. I mean, did you guys hear the same thing as me? Do you want me to play that again? Or did you hear what I hear? That they're saying, like, there's something about money. It was all on the table, the money. It was all on the table. Then the spirit said, no, he was afraid. And then they say, it started at BJ's Wholesale, talking about the money. Then it says that the business owner saw, or the business saw it. The business was there. People saw it. People saw them fighting, maybe at BJ's Wholesale. And I really hope that they go back and check any footage because we might catch something at BJ's happening. Okay, so all right. Here's the very beginning when I'm asking. So my questions are, where is Sebastian? Is he still alive? My questions were, who's involved in the disappearance of Sebastian? And this is what we get. So let me fast forward it up here. Here they say they pushed him, or he was pushed. He pushed. And so I'm asking who's involved in the disappearance of Sebastian, right? That was my question. Sorry, my dog's really snoring. So here they're saying Chris, and they're networking him and home. They mention a hotel as well, but I can hardly catch it in the background. Chris and they networked him home. That's an interesting one, right? I mean, I can't. They're saying it's difficult to explain. It's difficult why they have not seen him. There's good people looking, they said, to find him. Ooh, don't mind my hair, guys. It's like up on top of my head. Seth Rogers' name contains the store. The store. What does that mean, SJ? Can you guys see me, or did I lose the chat completely? They hit him. It's no use. All right, let's play that one more time. So this is me using an app called CapCut that allows me to go back through and add, add captions. So here they're talking about they hid him well, and that it's difficult to find him, that he's hidden well. Okay, we're gonna play it again. Oh, you can see me? Okay. I see you, Susie Q, yes. Okay, good. My dog is snoring so loud. I'm sorry, guys. Here, I'm going to try to move her up this way. I'm going to put her head on the pillow up here. Daisy, can you lay this way? Here, Daisy, lay this way. Come on, baby. Come on. Put your head up this way so your snoring isn't in the speaker. Come lay up here, honey. Oh, my God. You're so heavy. There you go. There you go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up, but you're really loud and you're snoring right in the speaker. Okay. Sorry, because I was trying to move my dog. So they're saying, this is another thing I've noticed about my spirits, and maybe because I've been working with these guys for so long, they do this with each other. One will say, they finish each other's sentences. So like one spirit will say, it's really hard to find, and then the other spirit clicks in and says, find him. So there's like two separate voices, but they're finishing each other's sentences. I kind of just noticed that with these last few sessions with Sebastian, that my spirits finish each other's sentences. So Chris and they networked him home. Difficult to find him. They have not seen him. And there's good people looking to find him. They're looking, and something's destroyed. They're looking, They hid him. They hid him well, and it's no use.
Or
Right here. Let me know if you guys hear that too, okay? Because, like, this is another reason why I kind of am uncomfortable sometimes with adding my own captions, because then I feel like I'm influencing all of you. Like, I want you guys to tell me what you hear as well. That's why I'm always like, please tell me what you hear, because you guys are very spiritual and you all have like eagle ears and you catch things that I miss. So that's why I struggle with adding captions. Like, some of you want captions, and then some of you are like, don't add the captions, because then you're influencing what I hear. So just let me know if you guys hear the same thing, okay? So here they're saying, it's difficult to find him because they hid him well. It's no use.
listen to it. They hit your use. Or yeah. We yeah.
That's when I asked if he was still alive. They said no. So I'm asking who's involved in hurting him. And they say, I think they say the dad. I mean, I'm not sure. No, he's no longer alive.
Region.
Something about the region. Either not for sure or for sure. Again, they hit him. It's worse than you think. Can't catch that.
7-9.
Something about 7-9. They got mad. And killed. God. So, I'll play that again. From what I'm hearing is they hit him well, they got mad, and they hit him well. Then they say, okay, just let me know, leave in the comments what you guys hear, okay? Because like I said, I really don't want to influence you. I don't want to be like that kind of YouTubers like, this is what it says. It's really hard to decipher this. Okay, so there's an EVP in the background there, and it says, I can't really quite catch it. Right there. And then you hear, he is dead. So I hear, they got mad. Okay. I hear, it's worse than you think. Then I hear them say, they got mad. Then it says, and they killed. The parents did. Step. Breaking of the, I couldn't quite make out, breaking of something. Something, either like a broken bone or something got broken. Breaking of the something. And then they say he is dead. Okay, I know this is really upsetting, and I'm really sorry. But I think it's important that we listen to this, okay? And just hopefully we'll get some clues. So here they say they hit him. They hit him. Either they hit him or they hit him. It's worse than you think. Susie Q. It's hard to hear, you guys. They got mad.
And killed. Still. Sprinkling of the
Yeah. So right there, I'm getting, they hit him well. They hit him well. The parents did. You know, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I don't know if there's any fact to this. This is just what my spirits are saying. So the dad, no, he's not living. Not for sure or for sure. Then they say, it's worse than you think. They got mad and killed him. The parents did. And then I can't hear if it's stem or step here.
and killed. Still. Sprinkling of the
Yeah. Okay, so let's go on. See if I can catch any other. I can't tell if they're saying his daddy or he's dirty.
has daddy.
And then I caught something about the arm. Something about his arm.
In the
They bent his arm or bend his arm. His shoe tied.
shoes on. Coaches. International.
Yeah, that was crazy there. Okay, so I'm asking, you know, what I'm still asking, how did my questions are like, you know, who hurt Sebastian? How did Sebastian die? Because basically that previously they're saying that he's gone, that he is dead. So I'm saying, how did he die? So they're saying something about his arm, something about his shoe being tied or untied. Then they say something about his coaches, our coach, and either they're saying internationally or they're saying Nashville. Internationally or into, I'm either hearing into Nashville or internationally. So I'm thinking that they're saying into Nashville, but it sounds like internationally. Okay, I'm going to play it. Let me know what you guys hear. Okay. So bent his arm, and then something about his shoe being tied.
In the shoes on. Coaches. International.
She started her own fate. That's what I hear. She started her own fate. So bent his arm, his shoes untied, his coaches, and then they say into Nashville or internationally, but I'm thinking they're saying into Nashville. Started her own fate. And Aggie says, I picked up that they found in landfill Sebastian's blue comforter, orange shirt, and a broken vase, in my opinion. Maybe they're saying stepdad. Yeah. Juniper, did you hear the TBI is bringing Chris Powell? Oh, they are? Oh, Aggie, I'm so excited for that. I really hope, I really, really hope and pray that he takes the lie detector test. I mean, I know that a lie detector test is not something that, you know, we can take as factual evidence, right? I mean, you can't use them in a court of law, just like you can't use a spirit box in a court of law. But I really would like to know if he passes that lie detector test, or if there's some. I'm hoping that there's going to be some inconsistencies with the lie detector test, because something just doesn't seem right. You know, I mean, the more and more Chris Proudfoot opens his mouth, the more and more horrifying it is that we feel Sebastian's fate is. You know, you guys know that I'm ADD. I'm considered a neurodivergent type. You know, I was a kid like Sebastian in school. You know, I had a buddy. I was a wanderer. I was the kid that wandered off the playground, so I had to have a buddy with me so I wouldn't disappear, right? You know, and that's something that's, you know, I can relate to Sebastian. I had reptiles. I owned snakes. And, you know, if you're going to give an autistic child a pet, then, you know, you have to be under the impression that that autistic child is not going to be able to care for that snake properly. Chris goes above and beyond to give these backhanded, you know, insults to Sebastian all the time. Like, Sebastian can never do anything right. And I feel like Chris does not take into consideration that Sebastian is autistic, right? That Sebastian was set up for failure. Basically, they set him up for failure. Even a normal person can't, like, I had snakes, okay? I had 4 pet snakes in my lifetime. I had chameleons. I had pet lizards. They're not easy to care for. And most snakes are badly abused because people don't know how to care for them properly. It's not unheard of. So I feel like not Seth, I feel like Chris set him up for failure. And, you know, they should have been helping him along with that. That should have been a very positive and loving experience where you could have lifetime lessons on how to teach an autistic kid how to care for a snake properly. You know, they could have had great memories surrounding that snake, but Chris has to make it a horrible memory. And when you're giving a kid that doesn't have friends, that is socially awkward, right? You know, we know that Sebastian didn't have friends. So that snake to Sebastian meant more to him than just a regular pet. Every picture that we see of Sebastian with that snake, he has this huge smile on his face. And there's this narcissistic vibe with Chris that, you know, he has to tell us that when he buys a snake, he goes all out. He buys the racks, which I don't agree with those racks. I think they're very abusive. That's like a snake mill. And I'm probably going to have snake breeders come in after me, but that's just my own personal opinion about putting a snake in a drawer. I've never agreed with that, putting snakes in drawers. A snake should have its close to its own natural habitat. It should be allowed to lay in the bark and lay in the dirt and lay in the water. I don't agree with those racks. And Chris said something about having the rack. So to me, there's snakes living in a drawer, okay? And because Sebastian let him down, Sebastian didn't, you know, take care of the snake in Chris's way properly. He lost his privileges to own a snake. And that to me was devastating, because you're removing an autistic child's only friend. And I think it's deeper than that. I really do. I really think it's deeper than that. And it really bothers me. The more and more that Chris talks about the way that he disciplines Sebastian, it's absolutely heartbreaking. When you're autistic, things have a certain spot in your bedroom. Your bedroom is sacred, okay? If you have a child that is autistic, don't go in their room and touch things. Like, they might have like a certain thing set up right here next to this particular card, okay? And it's going to sit that way for 10 years. Don't touch it. okay? Because it means something to that autistic child. It could be a memory of, their childhood, like little toys or something like that, right? You don't go into an autistic child's room and touch anything. And Chris goes in there and says that he goes in with a trash bag and just starts throwing shit away. I can't even tell you how detrimental that must have been to Sebastian as an autistic child, because their bedroom is sacred. You don't mess with their things. You don't touch their things because it has such a sentimental value to them. And they like things in a certain way. It's not that they're OCD. It's just, like this thing, like, yeah, I can't explain it, but it's like, this marker has to be next to these cards. And for an autistic child, that's just how it's got to be, okay? I can't explain it to you, but this has to sit like this for an autistic child forever. And you can't touch it, you can't move it. So, Chris talks about taking a trash bag into this kid's room and just throwing shit away because he didn't clean his room properly. Like, I'm really struggling with Chris Proudfoot's discipline actions. I'm really struggling, guys. Like, I'm sorry, but I am. It really, really bothers me. So, do you guys kind of feel the same way, that Chris did not understand how to properly care for an autistic child? Hitting him with a belt, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back when Chris his dinner was interrupted by CPS. Honestly, I think something snapped. That's kind of like, is that why Chris was left the house and he was staying at the campground and said that he wasn't coming home, or he hasn't seen Sebastian? I'm really trying to correlate. Is that when Chris left the house after the whole CPS incident because he was just so pissed off? And I feel like you can't piss Chris off, that you're going to pay if you piss Chris off, because he doesn't want to be your friend. He wants to be the parent. He wants to be the disciplinarian, right? But, to me, it's something, it's more to that. Now, I know that when Sebastian went to school and he told that teacher that his stepdad hit him with a belt, I don't think Sebastian had any clue of the shitstorm that was going to come after that, right? Because how much money has Chris Proudfoot paid for a lawyer? How much money has Chris Proudfoot paid into investing into basically getting custody of his daughter back and making sure that, he sticks it to his ex-wife, Nina, right? Think about Sebastian going into school and getting CPS involved. It opens up a whole can of worms for his custody hearing with his daughter. That's what I think. And I think that the day that Sebastian went to school and he told, this is my own personal opinion, don't come at me, but I think that was it for Chris, right? Because it puts his custody hearing in danger, that Sebastian went and told on Chris that Chris hit him with a belt, okay? And Chris admits that the CPS worker identified him, recognized him. That's not good. That's not good that a CPS worker knocks on your door, interrupts your dinner, and says, "Oh, hey, I recognize you," or "I know you." Like, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, like, that's not good. Me personally, I've shared with you guys a little bit about my husband and our marriage, that my husband has, brain damage. And when our son was little, I had a brain tumor. Okay, so I had a brain tumor, and my husband had brain damage. We were at the school, and the school called CPS on us. Okay, we had a CPS. Hey, September Virgo, it's good to see you, sweetie. Hey, Dynamite, it's good to see you. So, okay, I'm just going to share a little bit of personal information about myself, because I am very knowledgeable about CPS. All right. So we went to school. We had a meeting with the school. My daughter was missing time. She had asthma. When we went in there, my husband has viral encephalitis. My husband had an infection of the brain, and it really settled in the side lobes and the frontal lobe of my husband's brain. So he had a personality change. He had severe memory loss. Okay. We went into my son's school, kind of telling them, like, well, I'm sick. I was in radiation. I was losing my hair, and I was sent home with a steroid treatment. Okay, but I was in the hospital for 5 days with radiation, and then I had a IV put in me of steroids to shrink the rest of my tumor. I didn't have to have the brain surgery to get rid of my pituitary tumor. All I had to do was they shrunk it. They shrunk it a lot. So I got really lucky because I didn't want to have brain surgery. I was terrified of it. But I was very sick and my husband was sick. And the school was like, we just need to check on you to make sure that you guys can handle this. And honestly, I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I couldn't handle it. Okay? So I had a CPS worker come to my door and they had a police officer with them. And they come, it was like about 6:30 at night. I think it was between like 6:30 and 7 p.m. And I was very sick. I mean, I was like in my pajamas, the house was a wreck. I had dishes in the sink. It was not good. We were really struggling, okay? And they said, the school has called. They are concerned that you guys might be in like over your head here, right? And honestly, I was in over my head. They told me to sit on the couch. I invited them in, I invited them into my home. I got them a bottle of water. I didn't have anything to hide. And what they do is they took my son into the other room and I sat out there with the cop on the couch. And, I'm talking to the police officer. They were in there for like an hour talking to my son. Okay. And I was getting like panicky because the cop wasn't really telling me anything. He was just like, it's just protocol. The school seems like, you might be in over your head here. And we just want to make sure that you're okay. And there was another time that my husband got lost at the grocery store. We lost him and I had to call the police because I couldn't find him because my husband had severe memory loss. And that was another thing that probably didn't look too good on my behalf either. But I don't think that's what it was. I think it was the school calling was what, was this for us. That's why they came out to check on us. But they were in the room with my son for an hour. When they walked out of my son's room, I was hysterical crying. I got up. I actually hugged my CPS worker. I hugged her and I broke down in tears and I was like, I'm struggling. I need help. Like, I can't maintain my husband's medications. I can hardly maintain my own medications. Like the house is a wreck, like we're sick. My husband's sick. And honestly, guys, they sat down with me. We had I made a whole pot of coffee and I dealt with that social worker for 6 months and I got very close to her. They're the ones that helped me get my husband into adult daycare. They are the ones that helped me get my husband into rehab. They were the ones that helped me get, they give you like the whole Wells thing where the Wells are like, oh, my case was closed. I have a really hard time believing that because I don't think that your case really ever gets shut down. I think they keep a close eye on you after the fact. Like I probably am still under CPS's radar, even though my son is 24. My son's going to be 24, right? So like, my experience with CPS was a very positive one. They helped me because I was drowning. Like honestly, guys, I'm not even freaking kidding you. Like nobody could help me with my husband. He was combative. He was argumentative. He had no patience. His words were jumbled up. He couldn't remember his own name. He couldn't remember our name, right? When we had our daughter, they came back out and checked on me to make sure that we could handle it. Like they were like, we just want to make sure you're not in over your head here when I had my daughter. Because I just think that once you're in CPS, like you really never leave. And ours was medical. Our situation was medical. It wasn't that we were being abusive or neglectful. They just thought that we were in over our head with the illnesses that we had. And they knew that my husband had these, brain issues with memory and like, my husband wasn't allowed to drive with the kids in the car for 4 years. We had to get like approval for my husband to drive. Like the doctor had to like sign off on it and everything because there was a time when he first started driving that he didn't remember how to get home. So, it's a mess, okay? Like, we really struggled. It's not been easy. And that's kind of why I tell you guys all the time, like, you know, we're not perfect. My situation with CPS was very different, but it was a positive one. I've never lost my kids, but I will always be thankful for what CPS did do for us. They actually helped us. I know a lot of people have negative stories about CPS, but that's not how it went for me. So when Sebastian says, and Chris explains that whole scenario with CPS, I call bullshit on it. Because first of all, CPS never apologizes for coming to your house. They never are like, oh, excuse me, Mr. Chris Proudfoot, we made a mistake here. No, they would have knocked on the door, interrupted Chris Proudfoot's dinner, and they would have taken Sebastian into his bedroom or someplace private, and they would have had a sit-down conversation with Sebastian. Chris Proudfoot has to go out of his way to tell us that the social worker was like, oh, Sebastian, you made a mistake here. You're the one that can get in trouble because you're lying and you're manipulating and you're telling an official, a government run facility that you were hit with a belt, and that's a lie, right? Like, the way Chris explains that whole thing, how the whole thing went down, I'm calling bullshit on it. And I honestly think that that's another straw that broke the camel's back for Chris Proudfoot. I think that whole CPS thing put a huge problem for Chris for getting custody of his daughter back, and it put a huge wedge in between Katie, Sebastian, and Chris. And I really think it pissed Chris off more than what we think. And that's why he's trying to say it was Sebastian who made the mistake there. It was Sebastian who is in the wrong. So again, we have these parents that can never say anything nice about Sebastian. They twist it. It's a backhanded compliment. They say like, oh, he's a good kid, but he failed with the snake. He's a good kid. Oh, but he lied to the school about me smacking him with a belt. So is he a good kid or not? Like, they can't follow through with one nice thing to say about Sebastian without it being something negative to close it up, right? They just constantly are talking horrible about this boy, and it's really beginning to bother me. I'm at work. Okay. Things are hectic. I'm listening. I've got some clips. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I can't wait to watch them, Dynamite. Hey, Blue Eyes. Hey, Blue Eyes Dumplings. But, that's just, I wanted to share with you guys, I do know a little bit about CPS. And the way that Chris is talking about how CPS came and interrupted his dinner that night, I don't think it went down that way. All right, let's listen to this Spirit Box session. This was the one that I made private from just my mods. Sometimes I just play things for my mods only. Count, right? Yeah. So this is we have a lot of this is probably like 3 weeks ago when we're doing the Spirit Box session. And it was a full night here. Did he leave? No, I'm not sure if that was Sebastian or not, but they said that he was trying to talk. He was? Okay. Now remember, all spirit boxes are alleged, okay? We have no... So this is when my spirits tell me that Summer Wells shows up. They're saying we also have someone here. Proving that, okay? These are my spirits. These are my peoples. I trust my spirits, but it's up for interpretation, okay? We're really not getting any answers. It's been a month. We're not getting closer to finding him. So I'm asking my spirits where he is. This is what I've gotten so far. Church, a brown house, a church that he's been to. Okay, it died. Now I'm coming in with the next clip. So what is near Sebastian's body? Do you know? What's near him? This is me like working on the charts. Do you know, they said there he's in a river. Is he in water? Can he recognize where he is? Is he in earth, in a grave, or is he in water? I hope you guys can hear. I know everyone was saying that my volume like really sucks, but I have the volume all the way up, so my voice is going to sound really loud, but I have it up so you can hear the EVPs in the background. Where is he? Oh, hi, Linda. Welcome from Australia. Welcome. Right there, it sounds like the dad took them. Then they went back to the road. See, that's Walter has that deep voice, and it's really hard to understand Walter sometimes, but he's the one that you really want to listen to is Walter, even though he's hard to hear. Are we going to find him? It sounds like they said yes there. The prince. Are they close to finding him? Did the dogs find him? There they say they keep missing him. Something about she is the devil. I've heard that a few times. That she's the devil. A friend of the family or a family member? It's okay, Linda. I can't spell either. Don't worry about it. Is family involved in his death? Who's involved in his death? Who's involved in Sebastian's death? Sorry, I have to keep repeating myself because my spirits, they're so annoying sometimes, but I love them. Something about expecting. Who hurt him? Okay, here is, now this part, I swear it almost sounds like they're saying, here it almost sounds like they're saying, it's going, like, it looks like I'm going to say, soy sauce, okay? It looks like a soy sauce. When they find him, it's going to look like soy sauce. I think that if we do find him, that they might think that Sebastian did this to himself, or it's going to look like an accident, or that the people who placed Sebastian in this location, that it might look like, I can't say that S word. You guys know the S word that I'm talking about. And that it's going to look like an accident. It's going to look like he did this to himself. Okay? So let me try to see if you can hear that again. Is it the stepdad or the mother? Stepdad dad admits to hitting him with a belt, which I think is weird for a 15-year-old. He said he smacked him. Is the mom innocent? You can see my whole big dirty clothes pile there because our washing machine broke. For him. It's been almost a month. Is he a skeleton now? So I asked if he is a skeleton now, and they said some of him, which I thought was interesting. What is he near? Do you know a road? You're getting Green Hills Rivers. Is he inside? Is he in water or is he in water? Sounds like they're saying, like, yeah, he's either in it or near it. Weeping. A job site? Yeah, here, listen to this part. Talk about the job site. The stepdad's job site. Something about his boss. Okay. Something about the stepdad's boss and then the job site at 5:30 a.m. Okay, listen to this part. The mom just... Yeah. Job site? So it says 5:30 a.m. I'm assuming 5:30 a.m. 5:30 a.m. Chris's job site. His boss saw something, or so at his work, a job site. The mom just his job site. 5:30 with his boss. The mom just a job site. His job site. So that I thought that was interesting. Final clip of when he had a fight. All right, so this is when Summer. Well, this my spirits say Summer Wells showed up here. Clip of when Summer stops by. Some lady left jailer a tip. He called into TBI a week ago. Authorities have looked at their camera. That place responded no. Okay. Okay, here they say they threw Sebastian out. They were screaming at him. There's that precious little voice. That's Summer. It sounds like Summer to me. My own personal opinion. I can't prove that it is or not, but it sounds like Summer. Okay. That is Mom did it. You can hear it clear as day. You can hear it clear as day. All right, so they had a fight. She threw him out. And here's that fight. They had a fight. What did they do to Sebastian? They threw him out. They were screaming at him. Something. That sounded like... That is Mom did. You guys hear that? You hear it too? I keep getting Chris's boss knows something. Yeah, that's kind of what the spirits just said. Something about 5:30 in the morning, his boss. Oh, and then here's my spirits telling Summer, it's okay, you're safe here. This is so sweet.
She came to visit Kaden?
They said, it's okay, you're safe here.
Does she like Kaden?
They say that she likes my daughter. She likes Kaden.
Is it who I think it is? I don't want to say who I think it is, but I think I know.
And they're saying Summer.
Is that Summer?
Hey, Naomi. It's Summer.
Summer's here, guys. Look, you can see I don't add any voices to this. Voices, you can't add sounds.
And that sounds like the woman that's with her says she came here rather than her brothers.
She come to see to this. She come to see. There's no voices. You can't add sounds.
So she said something.
Look,
her brothers rather than. So I'm thinking she's saying she came here rather than her brothers.
She come to see. There's no.
And that's not a voice I'm familiar with. If that is Rose Bly, she speaks kind of slow.
Who's all here? Who's the little girl? Summer stopping by for a visit? I don't have her little toys out.
They said she's here in the background. And that wasn't through the voice box. That's like literally coming through the speaker behind my ear.
I mean, hey, look, I really don't know. Are the dogs trying?
We have a daughter or we have a dog.
Is she playing with?
They're saying that Summer's playing with the dog Daisy on the floor.
That's Daisy. You remember Daisy, Summer? It's my doggie.
At Speedway Jackson, Tennessee. Okay.
Give her hugs and kisses for us, guys. Tell her that we love her. We love you, Summer.
The lady told JLR she was parked next to the dark blue truck. Inside was a boy with glasses asleep. Okay. That's the spirits. That's how my spirits blow kisses. They go, mwah, ah. They make the noise of the kiss so we can hear it.
So, who abused her?
Now I'm asking who abused Summer here.
Men abused her.
They said men abused her.
So,
Men.
who abused her? They said men abused her.
So men abused her. And right there, that woman that's with Summer says Don slapped her.
They said men abused her. Tom.
I thought she said Tom, but it's Don.
They said men abused her.
Don slapped her.
Tom.
So, and that's not that woman's voice. I'm going to say I believe it might be Rose Bly. I have no way of proving that, but I think that it is.
Who abused her? They said men abused her.
Men abused her by a tree, or there was 3 men, and then Don slapped her. Believe it.
Is everything okay, guys? Tom.
Don slapped her. Do you guys hear that, or am I just hearing shit? Like, it sounds like the spirit says Don slapped her. Right?
Everything okay, guys? Men abused her. Who abused her? They said men abused her.
That's what I'm hearing. Don slapped her.
Is everything okay, guys? Sebastian was 15 years old. Summer was 5 years old. Sebastian and Summer live in the same state. They're from Tennessee.
So that whole thing where we're hearing about what Aggie just said about a boy sitting in the front seat with glasses on. Now my spirits do mention about somebody stopping and getting gas here. So listen to this. I caught this. Sorry, I'm jumping all around, but I have so many clips of spirit boxes. Okay, right here they talk about getting low on gas. They got low on gas. They got low on gas. Something. Couldn't catch that. You don't think TBI ever checked it out, Aggie? What is going on with TBI? Like, the whole world is watching them, and they got to do better. Now, that's either don't quote me or don't shove me. I couldn't quite catch that. Now you guys know how hard it is to do the captions with spirit. Like, this is what I do for hours. Like, I worked on this all day yesterday, and then I'm doing it with you now.
Very sweet.
They're saying that
It was so much.
here they're talking about, my question was, they told me that Sebastian was smart, and then they say he was sweet, and that he had so much potential. This is what the spirits say.
Very sweet.
He's very sweet.
It was so much.
Kind of heartbreaking, right? He was sweet, and they're referring to him as he was sweet. So, you know, that kind of he was very sweet, and there was so much potential. Basically, they're saying there was so much and it clicks off at potential. But I'm pretty sure they're trying to say there was so much potential, but he was very sweet. They said.
Very sweet. It was so much.
It's kind of heartbreaking. All right, here my thing goes a little wonky, but it goes sideways. All right. All right, they say something about Seth here. It all goes with Seth. They belittled him.
I'm okay.
He says, I'm okay. He just said that. So that makes me feel like Sebastian was telling his dad, you know how Seth says that Sebastian didn't want to go home? Like, Seth has come on court TV and has said that Sebastian announced to his dad that he didn't want to go back home. And I think my spirits are calling that out, where Sebastian says, I'm okay, right?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I can't believe TBI hung up on you, Aggie. Yeah. TBI never checked it out. That's what the station told JLR. So the police have not searched that at all? That tip? I really hope that they do. I really hope that they're checking all rivers, like Drake Creek. One of the lines of Saturn goes through Drake Creek. I think Kirsty McIntosh mentioned Red Creek or something. Red Creek. They really need to be checking all the waterways. Actually, I think.
Uneasy.
Here the spirits are kind of saying that it wasn't easy for Sebastian. So it wasn't easy. Kind of heartbreaking.
Especially
Yeah, so here I think they're confirming that whole CPS thing. It wasn't easy, the transition. Something, yeah. So here they're saying it wasn't easy for him, especially after the transition. I'm thinking that's probably after CPS was called. Something was not right.
not easy.
Not easy. I am too, Linda. I know. Hi, Aiden. It's good to see you. Hello.
Transition.
He don't want him. Because it was Seth.
Everybody listen.
Okay. So here, I think what the spirits are hinting around about is the whole, especially after CPS was called, but they're calling it, there was like a transition, right? And then something about either Sebastian was trying to pack or he was packing, and then it says they killed him. Like they killed him. Entertainment purposes only, folks. This is just a spirit box. Can't be taken as fact. But my spirits are saying some crazy stuff right now. Especially after. The transition. They had him. Then there was 4 something. He don't want him. Because it was Seth.
Everybody listen.
Everybody needs to listen. They had him packing. Kill him. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? After the transition, they had him. Then there was 4 something. He don't want him. Because it was Seth. Everybody needs to listen. They had him packing and killed him. Like, what the hell? I can't even believe I captured that. Okay. We'll listen to it one more time and let me know if you guys hear the same thing, because this is crazy.
Transition. Everybody listen.
Damn. So he don't want him. He didn't want him because it was Seth. Something about Seth. Everybody needs to listen. He was packing and killed him. And here they say they hurt him. And that Seth needs to forgive God. So I don't know if Seth is struggling spiritually, but my spirits are telling Seth to forgive God for what happened to his son. Okay? So this is heartbreaking, but I'm going to play it for you. Okay? Here we go.
Forgive God.
So I'm catching, they hurt him. And Seth needs to forgive God. I'm assuming that means that they hurt Sebastian, and maybe Seth is struggling spiritually right now. Maybe he's angry at God, which I can understand that. I would be angry at God too. But, my spirits are saying that Seth needs to forgive God in a way, I guess. They hurt him. Forgive God. Seth. That's kind of sad. And this is me asking, who knows what happened to Sebastian? I hear the parents do. I have a lot of Spanish speaking spirits here too. So this, like, the parents do, and I can't tell if they're saying just one parent. The parents do. Parents do, and then I got just one. So maybe just one parent knows. I'm not sure. Something about the kids are always something. And then they're talking about there was this they had a conversation. Remember this conversation. Remember the conversation involved. Or of all. Remember the conversation of all. At least that's what I'm hearing.
Remember the conversation of all.
Just trying to go through. And then we'll listen to the rest of this spirit box, because it goes, talks a little bit more. Talking about being bullied. He was bullied. But I don't know if it's like he's being bullied by the parents or he's being bullied at school. Something about he was bullied, and then it says the parents now were happy. So, again, entertainment purposes only. They were bullies, and then it says the parents were happy. Now we're happy. They threw him. They scratched him. The boy.
Oh, welcoming.
Non-welcoming. Devout. According to theirs. All right. So I'm getting, God, this is heartbreaking spirit box sessions to break down. My God, that he was bullied. Okay. The parents were happy, or now we're happy. They threw him. They scratched him. I couldn't catch that. The boy.
Oh, welcoming.
They were non-welcoming. Devout or kicked him out. I can't tell. Either devout or they kicked him out according to their. He left, or left parents. according to their, he left parents. Left parents, home. Can't catch that. They supplemented.
Cautious.
And they were cautious. So I got they supplemented and then they were cautious.
Cautious.
They were cautious. Yes. Where do they say they supplemented?
Supplement.
Yeah, here. They supplemented.
Supplement.
Actually, now that I listen to that, are they saying something about his medicine or supplemented his medicine? Supplemented medicine?
Supplement.
Supplement med?
Supplement.
They supplement.
Cautious.
They were cautious. Yes. And then they say something about he's hiding not too far. Or they hit him not too far. So again, you hear the spirits answer each other's like they finish each other's sentences. So you hear a spirit say, he's hiding. And then the other spirit kicks in and says, not too far. He's hiding, not too far. Thank you, Aggie. It's terrible, I know. It is so sad. 15-year-old autistic missing children. Yes, thank you so much, Susie. Here they're saying degradeful or ungrateful. I couldn't quite make it out. Degradeful, they were degradeful, or they were ungrateful. Maybe they were ungrateful for him. Degradeful. I think they're saying they were degradeful. Because it kind of matches in with he's hiding, he's not too far off, basically, because they were degradeful, or they were ungrateful of him. God, it's so heartbreaking. And then here's where my spirit says it's all Seth's fault. So I don't quite understand why the spirits are saying that it's Seth's fault, but they feel like something happened with Seth that made this whole thing spiral, and then they had this huge fight at BJ's. So
Seth's fault.
it's Seth's fault.
Seth's fault.
I don't quite understand that yet.
With the kid.
He didn't want the kid, or he wanted the kid. So they're saying it's Seth's fault because he wanted the kid. I think that's what they're saying here. Let me know if that's what you guys hear too. So the spirit says it's Seth's fault because he wanted the kid.
With the kid.
It's Seth's fault he wanted the kid.
Seth's fault.
He wanted the kid. So, you see how the spirits are like, they're giving us sentences, but each spirit says a part of the sentence. It's really weird how they do that. Can't use
Animal butter.
animal butter. I'm wondering if at BJ's, did they have a fight about his diet? Like, spirits have kind of mentioned this in another clip too that I was listening to, but I didn't record it. That he had some, like, maybe he was a picky eater, maybe he was picky. Can't use animal butter.
Animal butter. Fatted.
I'm not really sure what that's about. That's an interesting one that they've talked about. Like, maybe Sebastian was a picky eater. Most autistic kids are. You guys know I'm like borderline autistic too. We need sugar. Like, sugar is what makes us normal. Like, we could drink like when you have ADD or you're autistic or OCD or things like that, like, sugar and caffeine makes us feel relaxed. Yes, our heart feels like it's going to like beat out of our chest, but we can go to sleep with our heart beating out of our chest. Sugar and caffeine, it makes us feel calm. So if you guys didn't know that about being ADD or autistic, that's why we crave sugar so much, because it actually calms us down. It's really weird. It makes our heart beat fast though, but we feel calm when our heart beats fast. Oh, geez. Because they keep talking about him, craving sugar. So here spirits are saying it's all on the table. This is all on the table. Or this is all under the table. I can't quite make that out either. This is all under the table, or this is all on the table. Can't quite. The gene deletion made him be on a strict diet. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So they're talking about his diet. Hey, RJ, it's good to see you, honey. Oh, you heard it's all on the table. Okay. Oh, good. I'm so glad RJ is here because RJ has eagle spirit ears. Okay. So I hear RJ hears it's all on the table. It's all on the table. And then they say, they threw him. See, I can't make that out. Are they saying they threw him out, or they threw him something they threw him? And the money. See? The money. They keep going back to this money. The money. And BJ's Wholesale. I think I let you guys listen to this in the beginning, but for those not coming that didn't hear it, my spirits are saying like shit went down at BJ's Wholesale. Like, that's what, either they started fighting about his diet and animal butter or something like that, and then somebody saw something at BJ's. Like, as far as my spirits are concerned, they're talking about, it's all over the money, something about the money on the table. Sebastian, no, he's afraid, they said. But somebody at BJ's Wholesale saw something. They saw. The business there saw. That's what they're saying. So I'm going to play that clip now. BJ's Wholesale. Hey, Claire. Okay. They saw. So BJ's wholesale, they saw. Let's see. BJ's wholesale, they saw the business there.
Hey, BJ.
They saw. The business there. Somebody saw something at BJ's. Somebody saw something. That's I What do you hear, RJ, with that? What did you... I really want to hear what RJ... Because RJ has eagle ears, man. RJ can hear my spirits. So...
We've set up.
Wait a minute. Did I miss it? I went back too far. Where's it at? Ah! I missed it. I think they're saying they seen the mom. They seen the mom. Somebody at BJ's Wholesale, they saw the business there. Saw the mom. That's what I'm hearing. I mean, I might be wrong, but it's all on the table. It's all on the table. No, he's afraid, they said. No. Somebody saw. No, he's afraid of his... Is he saying he's afraid of his mom? Or he was afraid to go up? He was afraid of something. And the money.
And the money.
Can't catch that either. What are you hearing, guys? He'll pay, he'll pay. Oh, hey, Pay. You heard messing with his mom and afraid to move up. Oh my God, RJ, that is exactly what it says. I love you so much. That's exactly what it says. You're right. Holy crap. Okay, let me play that again. Thank you. I told you guys RJ has spirit ears.
And the money.
Okay, let me go back a little bit farther. That's what RJ hears. He's afraid to move up.
And the money.
And the money.
Hey,
BJ's Wholesale. They saw the business. They saw. can't make that out. I don't know what they're saying there. The business there. Something, something, the business there.
The business and then got different.
I can't make that out either. Got something from there. Hey, Diva. It's good to see you, hon. Something. We, Seth, or we set? Something. We've set. See, sometimes like I forget to reset it and then it just does the white noise.
And free.
I can't make that one out either. We've set. Okay, you heard that too. So the money, it's all on the table, the money. No, he's afraid. And the money. BJ's wholesale. They saw the business there. And then set him free. We've set him free. Yeah. You know what, RJ? We had a spirit box session the other day that said that he ascended. That they had said that he passed. But the other day that they told me that they said he finally ascended. So I think that means that they said that he's with the Lord. They said he's with the Lord. He has finally ascended. I don't know if did I let you guys hear that? I can't even remember if I caught that on recording or not. But they said it. Something about they were going to part the way 50-50. 3.5. And it almost. I really think the money has a lot to do with this. There's some money element. Because they keep talking about splitting the money 50-50. Or here they're talking about the money being split 1/3. Or what do they say?
It almost.
Aw, thank you, RJ. See, so I think he's with the Lord. Then he's definitely with God. I mean, I hate to say that about Sebastian, but I think that he's no longer with us. I mean, I hope that I'm wrong. The dad got the third. Dad got 1/3 or something. Dad got 1/3. Dad got the third. Yeah, there's something about money with this case. I just can't quite figure out what the money is about. But there's a money element here. Because my spirits have been talking about it from day one. Diva, maybe Sebastian stole money from parents. Or maybe shoplifted something from a store. Dad the third. Yes, I think so also. Oh, so sad. I know, it's very sad. I feel like they're talking about custody. Like either 1/3 custody or half and half custody. Or they're talking about his money. I really don't see most autistic kids don't steal. Like they're not devious like that. I mean, some can be, but most autistic kids aren't that way. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe something did happen at BJ. Maybe something did happen at BJ's. Maybe something did go down at BJ's, and the mom saw him take something. I don't want to say that about Sebastian. I'm not really sure. But there was an argument that started over Seth at BJ's. That's really clear. And that Sebastian was afraid. And that that somebody at BJ's saw something. And Spirit is saying that's where it all began. Like, that's where the fighting began. It was at BJ's Wholesale. Pedro, I have Spanish speaking ghost here.
In our dark.
It's either dark or died. I can't. Dark or died.
Go.
Let's see if I have anything else after this. Going to the... Yeah, I think they're saying, like, he went to the light. Like, he's going to the light. To the light, yeah.
So from define.
It took it... He couldn't find it or something. But he did. He found it.
So from define.
Took him a while. It took him a while to find it, but he did.
So from define. Tell me find it.
He did find it.
Piano.
He found it.
This.
Yeah, see, this is like, I think that they're telling us that he's passed on. You know what I mean? Like, in their own way. Do you guys get that too? Hey, Sunshine. Hello, Melons. Good to see you.
And
Denato. We're just listening to spirit boxes, trying to determine what they're saying, because I'm struggling. I'm struggling with what they're saying. This is like the first spirit box session that I've ever had where my spirits are answering each other's questions. Or I'm sorry, answering each other's, like, finishing each other's sentences. So, like, one spirit will be like if they're trying to say he was at the store, one spirit will say he was, and the other spirit will say at the, and the other spirit will say the store, and we're trying to, like, put it all together. They usually don't do this, but for Sebastian, there's a pattern that they're finishing each other's sentences, and it's like, oh, it's annoying. Yeah, I was on I'm doing it on CapCut. They are listening to a CapCut video of someone saying random shit and be tarot reading. It's pre-recorded. Yes, this is me. This is me on CapCut trying to determine what my spirits are saying. So I can add it into captions because I can't understand them. Yes, this is a pre-recorded session, hun. Something about the faculty, too. All right, so, and let me finish up this session here too, and then we'll be done, because I'm trying to get all my spirit box sessions so you guys can hear them, and I just want to get them out, because I have hundreds of little pre-recorded clips. All right.
So, who abused her?
So this is back to summer,
So,
and this is, I said, who abused her? They said men.
so who abused her? They said men abused her.
There was 3, or there's a tree. Then Don slapped her.
Tom.
Leave it.
Is everything okay, guys?
Either 5 years old,
Sebastian was
and then I'm
15
trying to
years
figure out
old,
if they're
Summer
talking
was
about,
5 years old.
so we're talking about Sebastian and Summer.
Sebastian and Summer live in the same state. They're from Tennessee.
Do we have a
I just
name?
heard a voice. It was like a mumble, but I didn't
Our
catch
mouths.
it. It was in the back of my ear, there was a whisper. I didn't catch what they said, though. I hope that my speaker caught that. Yep.
RJ
my Wi-Fi
hears
sucks, I know.
3 up. You are right, but just like our voices, we use energy to form words,
So,
and they are doing the
Who
same.
was being mean to Sebastian?
And
You
some
guys were
of
saying
us can
somebody was
pick
being
up.
mean to him?
Yep. That's right, RJ. Can we ask questions? No,
Who was
it's
being
pre-recorded,
mean to
Melon.
Sebastian.
I don't have. I'm not doing a live session. It's me going back. I hope that makes sense.
I think I'm getting a couple kids to stop by because of Sebastian.
So this is a spirit box from 3 weeks, or like 2 weeks ago, I think. You heard 24 men?
Okay. Is there any way that you can tell me where Sebastian is at? Is he buried? Is he in the water?
The water.
Do you have a name of a location where he's at? Is there a dock near him? Is there a bridge near him? Is there a school, a church?
Okay, so there they said he was there on holiday. So I'm asking Sebastian to tell me what he recognizes. And Spirit says he's been there before on holiday. All right, let me know if you guys hear that too.
A school, a church.
Near the church.
He's in a ditch.
He was there before.
Where is his body? Let him talk. Ask him if he knows where he is. My spirit said
I don't
that
know. They
Sebastian's
keep mentioning
smart.
a church, Aggie. They
said
said
that
he's been there before,
in the
a
last
church.
session.
And he's been there before on holiday. So I'm not sure what that means.
He's very smart, they said.
He's very smart. Yeah, this was sad. They said Sebastian's smart.
My spirit said that Sebastian's. Ask him if.
Autistic people, when stressed, will tend to go somewhere familiar
Where
and are
is his
drawn to
body?
water. It's very calming. Yes. You hear desperate. He talked a lot.
Let him talk. Ask him if he knows where he is.
Oops, sorry guys.
My
He's been there
spirit said that
before.
Sebastian's smart. They said that on the last session.
He is smart. He's here too, they said.
He's very smart, they
He's
said.
smart. Yeah.
Smart. What? Is he near a hospital?
Yeah, I was getting hospital, church,
Is he
a
near
brown building.
Is he near a bridge?
In a truck. Something about a general manager.
So this is the line.
And
that
I think
rules husbands?
here's when they talk about the stepdad's work.
So this is the line.
But I'm doing a chart in the background, so I'm mapping astrology here. But and why the spirit box is playing.
This
A general manager.
So this is the line that rules
Maybe.
husbands. This was the line of Sagittarius. And look, it takes me right through Horn Lake, South Haven, Collierville. I took
Near the
this map
hospital.
all the way out. All the way out. Okay? All the way out. All the way out.
Near the hospital and something. I can't quite make it because I'm talking with
we
my
went
big
from
mouth.
28 yards.
Picture that.
28 feet. 2.8 miles. 28 miles, right?
I almost think like the spirits are trying to help Sebastian figure out where he's at. They're saying like, picture that. Now picture that and tell us where you're at. Like, I can hear my spirits trying to like help him, but I don't know.
So, to 280 miles.
Again, they're talking about money.
You really want to know what that's about.
The money. Something about the money. Naming a hospital and a church are places that will protect a person. I kind of get a feeling that he is being protected, like he isn't ready to speak for himself yet. Yeah. Could they have paid someone to do this and he wants his money from them? I don't know. Maybe.
Might need to refresh.
There's definitely something about money with this child. Either it's Social Security money, or it's
that does not mean that the husband.
Hold on. Sorry, I know that's probably really hard to understand because I got my voice playing and I'm talking over. So we're watching an old video with a spirit box playing with me doing an old chart. Okay. What is very clear is that money was split 1/3 or 50% or something. They were fighting about either custody or money. Something is floating around money. I don't know what that is though. But money is an ongoing theme throughout this whole thing, guys. Like you will constantly hear them bring up money. And then they talk about splitting this money either by 1/3 or 50-50. Like you can hear the spirits. They keep trying to come up with these numbers that were negotiated. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. At least that's how I'm interpreting it.
Is guilty of any crimes just because this rules the stepfather and it goes, but it doesn't mean that I'm sick.
He said, I tried my best and he was molested. And then we found out later that he was molested. Something about
Caden's asthma is really bad.
I thought they were talking about my daughter, but I'm curious if Sebastian had asthma because they're saying that he was living with asthma, that he was molested. They say that, and that was before we knew about him being molested. This was weeks ago that I did this. This was like 2.5 weeks ago. My spirits say he was molested. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Caden's asthma is really bad. Yeah, Caden's asthma is really bad.
Thank you, Aggie. Maybe he wants his money because they said his money was still at the house. Aw, that's a good point, Terry.
That he hit positive on a retention pond. Do you know where the retention pond is? What retention pond is the father talking about?
They still didn't find him. His body. Yeah, I definitely think he's in spirit. I mean, just the way that my spirits are talking, I mean, I'm really thinking that he's definitely in spirit. I hate to say that.
This is all where JLR has been all through Center Point Road.
Something about court. Thanks, Jack. We're talking about a missing autistic boy. Okay. Like, and we're not getting any closer, so that's why we're using a spirit box, because the police can't find him. Thank you, Aggie. Here they said they found him safety, or he was trying, or they found him safety.
This is 240, so.
Again, they're saying he was there for holiday. So where he's at, I'm almost thinking that he was there before. Wherever they hid him, wherever they hid him, he was there before.
I really don't have any.
He was there on holiday. He was there before. They found him safety.
This is 240, so.
Lost all hope.
That rules the line of Sagittarius.
I think they're asking him, like, can you think of anything that's nearby? Like, the dad is the perp. Damn!
Yeah, the police are involved. Police are trying.
I hear the dad is the perp, the police. Dad is the perp.
Yeah,
the police.
Are involved.
Something. Dad is the perp and the police. And that's pretty much what I got so far. So, I mean, I think something definitely happened at BJ's Wholesale. I think that's when it all began, and I'd really like to know if law enforcement did get any footage from them at BJ's Wholesale, because From what the spirits are saying is the people that work at BJ's, they saw something. The business people there saw something. They said, no, he was afraid to step up. Something about the money is all on the table. Again, it keeps going back to money. So, you know, I'm not really sure what my spirits are trying to say, but sounds like, sadly, Sebastian is in the spirit world. You're hearing the same thing? Okay. My spirits do not like the parents. They're saying that this all stemmed from something that Seth did or something that Seth said. My spirits have said it's all Seth's fault. That is absolutely heartbreaking that like all this came about because of something that Seth did or something that Seth said. So that is something that they have repeated. Like it all goes back to Seth. It's all Seth's fault. So something spiraled. I just don't know what that is. As far as what the spirit world is saying, okay? That it's spiraled. Something spiraled. As far as the astrology is concerned, there is an ongoing theme of mom and dad on the astrology, okay? You guys know I'm learning criminal location astrology. I'm a student of this. I'm teaching myself how to do this, and I'm sharing the process with all of you. So spirit is, let's see, Seth was getting custody. Okay. They should have camera, in my opinion. I'm sure Ellie knows way more. I'm hoping. Diva's telling us how the spirit box works. Thank you, Diva. RJ hears the same because he wanted the kid. Right, Susie Q. And Seth was getting custody. Spirit is telling me they both are going to be questioned again. The time, I hope they do separate them. The way your spirits are saying it, they blame belongs on his parents' shoulders. Like they could have prevented this, but willed this to happen. Yep. You can somewhat tell that Seth has a devious side. Possibly. Hello. As far as I'm thinking on a astrological level, it's an ongoing theme of male and female, okay, being involved. That could be parents. That's all I'm going to say, okay? It shows male and female heavy on the astrology, including, you know, well, I mean, I told you guys about the moon, right? I mean, the moon in astrology means the mother. And, I mean, it can mean the mother, okay? It can also be a second co-ruler of a victim. But, you know, you see this humongous kite. Like, this is the Idaho 4 kite when the 4 victims were stabbed to death. You see how God flies that kite right into the 4 victims down there? Well, Sebastian has the same kite formation on his astrology. You see this, how the moon is opposed Neptune? That can mean that mom or a female in this child's life, either mom or a female that is in this child's life, has lost their shit, okay? That there's some type of mental unstableness between the moon and Neptune. It can also mean that there's something that's hidden, okay? That we're not being told the whole truth here. That there's an illusion, or that there's a spell that's being casted on all of us. And with the moon opposed Neptune like that, you know, it can mean that somebody might be mentally unstable. That's all I'm going to say, okay? That we're not getting the full story. There's pieces missing to the story. It means that there is a female in his life and a male in his life that could possibly be like an uncle or a father figure or a stepdad is responsible for him as far as the astrology is concerned. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's fact, guys. You guys can take it or leave it. You guys need to form your own opinions about criminal astrology. But I'm just saying that there is an ongoing theme of male and female played a role in this kid's demise, and that male and female could possibly be parents, okay? That's all I'm going to say. As far as the astrology is concerned, as far as my spirits are concerned, they don't like the parents, okay? I'll pull one tarot card before we go. I'll pull a couple tarot. I'll pull from the Oracle, and I'll pull from the Haunted deck. Actually, I won't pull from the Haunted deck because the Haunted deck is all messed up. So I will pull from, I'll pull one tarot, a couple tarot cards from each deck here. See what we get. Let's just see what we get, okay? Sacrificed by the same group as Summer, in your opinion. Makes more sense. Yes, totally agree. I feel the... Whoops. Sorry. Hey, Terry Ann. Sacrificed by the same group as Summer, in my opinion. Yes, totally agree. I feel the same. Hey, Terry Ann. Okay. Chris wouldn't tell us his church name. He wouldn't, huh? Because they keep talking about some church, guys. I mean, they really talk about a church. This is going to be an uphill battle. And secrets. The moon. And we were just talking about the moon. And the moon is in reverse. So confusion, uncertainty, risky, lesser degrees of deception, lack of judgment, lack of self-control, irrational, someone that's basically, you know, not mentally stable, okay? And you think about this. This is the wolf and the dog, right? So what is the ancient DNA of a dog? It's a wolf. So getting back to your animal instincts, right? So did somebody go back to their wolf side the night that Sebastian went missing? Something to consider. Also, all of these little specks of gold, these are the illusions. I'm talking about there's an illusion, just like there's an illusion to Summer Wells's astrology as well. Summer Wells is connected to Neptune. This is Pisces, that's ruled by Neptune. So again, I just said to you guys, the moon is opposed Neptune on the astrology chart. And here's this card showing us Pisces. That's Neptune, okay? And it's in reverse. Let me pull an oracle card, see what we get. Who is responsible for Sebastian? Who is responsible for Sebastian? What happened to Sebastian, Spirit? Please tell us what happened to Sebastian. Okay, so I got sweethearts are responsible for Sebastian. Looks like a mom and dad. Allegedly. Okay. Who is responsible for Sebastian? Who is responsible for Sebastian? Who is responsible for Sebastian? Well, so I got I got more parents showing up for who is responsible for Sebastian. I got two people. They're a sweetheart. They might be a couple. Okay. Sebastian's the baby, right? I'm asking who is responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. These are the two cards that I got. That looks like a mom and a dad. I don't know about you guys. Allegedly. Okay, who is responsible for Sebastian? Okay, we got trap. Some type of a trap. Victim. Allure, and that he was tricked. Who is responsible for Sebastian going missing? Who is responsible for Sebastian going missing? Who is responsible for Sebastian going missing? Calm. So there's a calm to this now. I really want to know, the coach card just tried to come out. A coach. If Sebastian had a coach in high school, I think they need to talk to him as well. If there is like a teacher, they might know something. Stress. So trap. Somebody was stressed. Seems like they're calm now. Stress. A trap. And we got a mom and a dad with a baby. I got a mom and a dad with a baby. I got an illusion, delusion, and lies, some secrets, and that this is too big of a burden, continued pressure, solving key problems, reassessment, priority and order. I feel like this is law enforcement. Like this is a huge case for them, and everybody's looking at them, and it's an uphill battle, and the pressure is building. Bottom of the deck, I got coach. So I think that they really need to talk to the school. I'd really like to know. I'm just going to pull a planet card. I really think they should talk to the school as well. Know nothing about him on the true crime side of things. High functioning autistic. Yeah. No, he didn't have a girlfriend. I'm still unclear if Seth was getting primary custody. He said Sebastian lives with Seth every summer per settlement arrangements and enrolled him in school. Could mean a summer program for special needs. Possibly CPS parent took motor coach to Washington and plane to Alaska. Oh, okay. Mom said he didn't have any friends. I know. That's why I'm so upset about the snake. Okay, I got Leo, which can mean father, can mean authority as well. It can mean military, law enforcement, things of that nature. But usually this is ruled by the sun, so we're looking at a father. Remember, the sun is a giver of light, meaning that he's a giver of life. The moon is another giver of light, so the moon is a giver of life. The moon is also the breast milk, the stomach, our mothers, okay? So think of that, all right? So I got Leo, who is responsible for Sebastian. Who is responsible for Sebastian? Sorry, you guys get upset if I don't show me shuffling the cards. Who is responsible for Sebastian? Who is responsible for Sebastian? Okay, again, Neptune, illusion, delusion, and lies. Somebody might be mentally unstable. Somebody's not telling the full story. We don't have all the information that we need. Something is hidden, okay? Pluto, death and rebirth. So again, I hate to say it, these are the same cards that I pulled the last time on him. So I'm getting the same cards over and over again. I do believe that Sebastian is no longer with us. Pluto is the planet of death. He rules death, rebirth, husband's money, other people's money. He rules transformation. He rules a group of people could possibly be involved as well. That's Pluto. What else does Pluto rule? Stuff that's hidden, things in basements. That's Pluto. Dark, mucky water, stinky water, right? Like, dark water. Like it would be water that you probably wouldn't want to go into, I would say. That's Pluto as well. Like ponds, septic tank water kind of stuff. That's Pluto as well. So yeah, that's Pluto. Bottom of the deck, I got the moon. I mean, I don't know how else to say it without saying it. So, the moon is the other giver of light. The moon is the other giver of life, okay? The sun and the moon usually look like, next card is Gemini, 2 people. Yeah. Okay, guys, I mean, anger, the sun, Jesus. Anger, Mars is murder. Neptune is secrets again. I mean, you can see how this deck is playing out. I mean, like, and Uranus, that's a tragedy, unexpected event. Mars is murder and rage and anger. Uranus, unexpected event. Neptune, secret delusion and lies. Could be addiction involved, or that we're not getting the full story. There's a spell being casted on us. Aries is rage and anger and can be murder and a weapon. The sun usually rules a father figure. Gemini is 2 people, or it's twinning, a couple of some sort, or something, yeah, in the neighborhood. Gemini is in the neighborhood as well. Twinning. Fire sign is anger. Passion, desire, anger, rage, all that. And my question was, who is responsible for Sebastian going missing? That looks like parents to me. I don't know about you, but that was my question, and those are the two cards that I got, okay? So, again, this is all alleged. Does not mean that it's factual. This is just my own spiritual opinion, but I'm sorry, the parents don't look too good. That's just my own opinion. I'm sorry, but they don't. On an astrological level, on a tarot card level, on a spiritual level, with the spirit box sessions, they don't sound too good. I wish that wasn't the case. I really wish that I was wrong. You know? I mean, on the chart, the moon shows up at the 29th degree. That's a malefic degree. You know, she shows up at the 25th degree of Virgo. This is what the 25th degree of Virgo means, guys. As far as a Sabian symbol, how you treat others matters. At midnight on the when mom says she's going to bed, this is what the astrology is telling us. How you treat others matter. And this would be the moon. So this could represent a mother in a chart, okay? And it says, and when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. But when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Like, this is like that song from the Taps. Like, dur, dur, dur. Did she surrender to something? How you treat others matters. This is a symbol of an edible judgment which life must pronounce on itself, and of the sure rewards that stand ready for whatever proves of worth in the course of an effort. How you treat others matters. So that was at midnight when mom says she went to bed. That's what the astrology is saying. So videos says, check out Seth's interview on YouTube. He said that many times. He did? Susie Q? Diva says, has either of them said that publicly? I just haven't heard that from Katie, Chris, or Seth. I think mom didn't want to go with Seth. Chris gave her the ultimatum. It's obvious Chris gets what he wants. Appears to be full of narcissists in my eyes. Yes, I agree. I do not like the way he treated his stepson. Like, the whole belt thing, that would have never happened. And the whole, like I told you guys my own personal experience with CPS. Like, I'm not the perfect mom either, right? Like, we had problems too. But CPS was a positive experience for us. They helped us. But I have a feeling that when CPS showed up at Chris's door, that was a whole other story for Chris, because he was in a long custody battle and he spent lots of money trying to get his daughter back. And when Sebastian told the school that he got hit with a belt by his stepdad, that put a whole kibosh on everything that Chris has been fighting for. And I really think that's the straw that broke the camel's back. I really do. He already had him enrolled in school on Clarksville. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I'm not crazy about Chris. And I don't like the way that he treated his stepson. And I have no respect for Katie because she allowed it to happen. That's a stepdad. He does not need to be laying a finger on my son. Especially a belt. How degrading. I mean, he's 15 years old. When you're 15, that's when you start to, like, ground them. You know what I mean? Like, I never hit my kids with a belt. I mean, I never hit my kids with a belt. I would do this thing with my finger. Like, if this was their lips, I'd be like, shh, 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 shh. And my son told me to fuck off once. At the grocery store. He was like, fuck off, Mom. And I was like, what did you say? Because he was at the end of the grocery cart. I, like, pushed the grocery cart out of the way, and I was like, pop, 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 pop on his, like, with my finger. I just went, with his lips, right? Like, don't you say, fuck off, mom. What's wrong with you? Have you lost your mind? Like, but yeah, my son told me to F off once. And I can't remember, like, maybe I smacked his butt once, like, with my hand. I got open palm, but I could never hit them because they always would make me laugh. Like, I've never hit my daughter because when I would be mad at her and I would go after her, like, I was going to spank her, she'd make me laugh, and then I wouldn't be able to hit her. Like, I just can't really ever remember hitting my kids with a belt. Like, that's just something I've never done. And him going into his room with a trash bag and throwing shit away, an autistic kid's room is sacred. You don't touch anything in their room. You just don't. He just had no boundaries with him being autistic. I mean, because autistic kids have things set up in a certain way. I mean, they might have like a poster like right here, and then they have this like, you know, this goes right here, and you don't touch it. It's got to stay that way forever. It could stay that way for 10 years, okay? You don't touch it because it means something to an autistic kid. It's sentimental. And I don't think Chris had any boundaries with knowing how to work with an autistic kid at all, okay? Because most people who have autistic kids know that their room is sacred. Like, you can tell them to go in there and straighten it up, but you don't go in there and throw shit away, because they keep toys, like they could keep a little toy that's just this big forever. You don't throw their shit away. You just don't. I'm really struggling with Chris. And that's just my own personal opinion. And I hope that I'm wrong. Like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope my cards are wrong. I hope Pluto's wrong. I really don't like the fact that I keep getting the Lover's card. And when I ask about who's responsible for Sebastian, I keep showing freaking parents. I hope that I'm wrong, okay? I don't want it to be parents involved in this child's disappearance. But my question was, who is involved in hurting Sebastian? And these were the first two cards that we pulled. That looks like a parents to me. Sorry. Even the astrology says something about a female with red hair. So, can't make that shit up. All right? Okay. Well, blessings to you all. This is what I have so far. My niece used to say the F word. I asked her once why she uses it. Her reply was like, the word is... She picked up his niece that night. I've watched all or most of the interviews. Seth has nodded along with one interviewer who mentioned that Sebastian is going to live with him from now on. I don't think I've heard any of them actually state it. Gotcha. Okay. Well, as far as the spirit box sessions are saying, something was brought up at BJ's about Seth. My spirits seem to say Seth is what started this, like, when my spirits say it's all Seth's fault, I don't misinterpret that. I think what they're saying is, like, it all stems from Seth. Something happened with Seth, something happened with the money, something about custody, something about splitting the money, and something happened at BJ's. I'm assuming it's Mom and Sebastian had a fight at BJ's, and my spirit seemed to think that people at BJ's saw something go down or saw something awkward between Sebastian and his mom at BJ's. At least that's what my spirits are saying. That something, it all began at BJ's, and it's all Seth's fault. Like, all this stems from something Seth did or something Seth said. But that's just a spirit box, guys. And yeah, and then they said he wanted the kid because he wanted the kid. Spirit said that as well. So, you know, I don't know, guys. My spirits don't like the parents. I don't like the parents on an astrology level, and I don't like the parents with my tarot cards either. But I'm praying that they're innocent. I hope that they're not involved. But it just, you know, it doesn't look too good, guys. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. Ironic, that is how I interpret it. Yeah, as well. Seth is a real parent. He's just wanted what was best for his son. Yeah. Yeah. And with the moon being opposed Neptune, like, for days, I mean, the moon is opposed Neptune on the 25th. The moon is opposed Neptune on the 26th and into the 27th. I think it's opposed into the 28th. And that can just mean that mom has just, the female in Sebastian's life, okay, I'm not going to say mom because, you know, but a female that's involved in Sebastian's life is not giving us the full picture. Something is hidden, okay? There's an illusion, a delusion, and that she might have just mentally checked out, right? Even Kirsty mentions it as well. You know, it's opposed Neptune. That's not good. And it's a huge red line. Like, whenever you see a red line on a crime chart like that, or even on your natal chart, there's tension. There's tension between that planet, right? Here, this red line here. I want to let it focus. So there's the huge kite formation pointing to the moon. The moon is at a 25 degree, that half mast, the flag flying at half mast. How you treat others matter. This is at midnight, okay? And even here, the moon is opposed Neptune. Do you see that red line? That is tension. It's harsh, too. Even on the Idaho 4. The Idaho 4 stabbing. Do you see the red line in the middle? There's tension between these four victims, right? The son is Ethan, the only male out of the victims. The Mercury is the girls twinning, Madison and Kaylee, right? They're twinning, letting us know that they're like sisters. And then you have Venus, which would be Xana, okay? So these four victims are opposed Uranus, which is a tragedy, an unexpected event, right? Something tragic is going to happen to these four victims that night. So for Sebastian, it's the moon is opposed Neptune, which can mean somebody's just not mentally there, guys, okay? Someone's not telling the whole truth, hiding something at the end of the matter, probably. And the sun is there, the moon is there, the two giver of lights, the two giver of life, right? I mean, can represent a stepfather as well. So it's not good. I don't know how else to say it. It's just not good, okay? But I hope that I'm wrong. I really want to be wrong. Ask the brothers doing a real mother be out looking for her child. Yeah, I would, if I was Chris, I would take the lie detector test and then go back out and help the searchers. If I was Katie, I'd be making chili, making biscuits and cookies, making iced tea and bringing it up to where the searchers are. I'd have a little table and I would bake them cookies or something. I know I'd be driving myself crazy and I'd be hysterical, you know, like I would be hysterical. It seems like they're just on the internet trying to do a cleanup mess. Like they're trying to save their image, and it's just making their image look worse. Go out and search, you know? Like it just, I don't know. There's just stuff that doesn't feel right. And that's just my own opinion, which doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean crap, but you know, hey, that's my opinion. These are what my tarot cards are saying. This is what the astrology, how I'm interpreting the charts, how I'm looking at the charts. Being opposed Neptune, it's not good. It's just not good. It's not good. Something's hidden. Okay? All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know this was a couple hours, but I really wanted to get the spirit box sessions out to you because it's so hard to type out in CapCuts what I'm hearing. So that's why I wanted to listen to it with you guys, because it's hard, okay? And now you know what goes into it behind the scenes when you do a spirit box session and you upload it to CapCuts and then you have to type in what you're hearing. So I just was like, screw it. I'll just do it with you because it's hard, you know? It's hard to hear what they're saying. All right, everybody. Thank you for helping me decipher the spirit boxes. I really appreciate it. Stay blessed, everyone. God bless. Keep Sebastian in your prayers. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.